Welcome to DCL Radio. You guys are listening DCL talk show. We have reached a midpoint of our season, and we will be discussing about uh, how teams are faring at the midpoint of the season. Technically, we cannot call mid-season because 6 games are not over yet. But there are teams played 5, and some teams played 3. But anyways, end of the day, we are playing only 11 games this season, so we can call this one as mid-season. Okay, and today we are going to discuss about uh, which group is doing well and which group is not. I mean, not in the sense to the expectations of DCL community. And as usual, we're going to start tonight's show with the predictions. Before that, I would like to introduce today's analysts. I have our regular analyst, two regular analysts. Abhi is missing today, and we have Dinesh with us. Welcome to the show, Dinesh.
Hello, listeners. Hope everybody had a long weekend. Welcome, Imti, and hello, Jagan, bro. Thanks for the opportunity.
Okay, welcome to the show, Imti.
Yeah, thanks, Jagan, and a warm welcome to all our DCL listeners. Hope everybody had a good 4th of July long weekend and a good break from the cricket and ready to go again starting this week. So hopefully we'll discuss more in the show with the mid-season analysis and we'll try to get some insights into the teams.
Okay.
So welcome all.
Fantastic. So I'm sure people might have enjoyed their long weekend, and I went to Wisconsin, and I hope everybody had a wonderful long weekend, and they'll come back with great energy to play the game. Okay, today we'll start with the predictions, and the first game of the night is FCC Agni versus FCC, a fight between two brothers. I'll start with Imti.
Again, I think just based on the form and how teams are performing at this time, I think I will just go with FCC. FCC are on a roll, winning the 4 games out of their 5 played, so I think I'll go with FCC.
Going with FCC. Dinesh.
Yeah, I'm going with the FCC as well. Current form, as Imti said, giving it to FCC.
Okay, so 2-0 FCC. We'll see what happens. And actually, FCC Agni has good talent. Don't know why they are not clicking. Okay, the next game of the night is Detroit Badshah versus Spartans. This is going to be a cracker of a game. That's what I'm expecting, but there are some issues with Detroit Badshah going on right now. So I'll start with Imti.
Yes, Jagan, I'm not sure what issues that they're going through, but unfortunately, Badsha has not shown that performance on the field and somehow struggling is what I'm thinking. And then Spartans, on the other hand, also kind of had a mixed season so far. But still, I think I'll give the edge to Spartans just based on the experience that they have. So, Spartans.
Dinesh.
Spartans for me. I can't shy away from Spartans. There's a good rapport going between Spartans and I'm going with Spartans. Yeah, and I think they're doing better in the last 2 games. They've done definitely better. So going with Spartans, and hopefully Detroit Badshahs they can definitely bounce back is what all of us in the DCL community are hoping for. But they're going with Spartans.
There are 2 issues going on with Badshah, and I just want to give you those inputs. One, I think Saturday there is some religious event going, or it's a festival. Okay, Eid festival. That's one reason where a lot of people are tied up, and the other reason is there. One of the players got COVID,
Oh.
and some of the Badshah players are exposed, direct exposure. So some discussion going on that one. Okay, with that, we'll go to the next game. The next game of the night is Hawks versus Knights. Bye.
Who? You should call them.
Who? I mean, I have faith on Hawks. Okay,
Yeah.
Hawks should take this one. Imti, I'll start with you.
Yeah, again, this is a little tough for me, but like I have seen Hawks' performance in the season, and I think they have some shown some glimpses of brilliance in some of the games. So just based on that fact, I think I'll give this to Hawks compared to
Okay.
Knights. Yeah, Hawks.
Dinesh.
Yeah, I think this one I'm going to go with Knights. I have a gut feeling for Knights, and always thinking about Rajesh, right? So I'm going with Knights for this one. We'll see what happens. Especially, I think they can, and they have a couple of special talents in there. So I'm just going with Knights. We'll see what happens.
I'm a bit confused when you took Rajesh's name.
Why?
So
Rajesh from
how
Thunderballs.
Rajesh is related to Knights?
Knights. No, it is just the newer teams and the support from Rajesh, right? So we always used to
Oh,
trust.
okay,
So
in that way.
that's
And
remembering
and
Rajesh.
do you know Phantoms are umpiring this game?
Oh, they are.
So
See?
it's going to be, but both are rookie teams. Okay,
Yeah,
technically Rajesh, should be in a confused state to
for this
pick,
one, right? Yeah,
yeah, for this one. So
yeah, yeah,
uh, uh, he's not umpiring, but
yeah,
his
yeah,
team is umpiring.
yeah,
Okay. The next
yeah,
game of the night is going to be the cracker a weekend. Everybody's looking for this game. Okay. United Raptors versus Indus Thunders. Last year, if you guys remember, Indus
yeah,
Indus scored very low. I mean, it was a low score affair.
yeah,
Indus prevailed. Okay.
yeah,
United Raptors chasing very low score.
yeah.
They could not succeed. Your thoughts, Imti?
Yeah, absolutely. One of the cracker of the games this weekend. I think there are a couple of them lined up this week that I'm looking forward to, and this is one of them. Definitely, two champion teams going against each other. A lot of eyes on this game. Again, like you mentioned last time, these two teams met. Low scoring affair, thriller of a game. Raptors were expected to win after restricting Thunders for a low score, but again, the Thunders prevailed. So I think this time. Just looking at the forms, and it's tough one to pick, but I'll just go with my gut feeling. I think Raptors will do it this time.
Raptors will do. Okay. How about you, Dinesh?
Yeah, so last year I watched this game live. I think it was a 55 is what Raptors folded for. Then Indus Thunders did go. I don't know if it went to the last over. At least it went to the penultimate over. And yeah, I think they won by 2 wickets or 1 wicket. I don't remember exactly. So, with a lot of different things, Raptors seem to have the edge on this game. But I'm going to call Indus Thunders purely based off of what Indus Thunders have done over the years, right? So Raptors, I wish my prediction comes wrong, but I'm going with Indus Thunders for this one.
It's a 1-1 tie right now, but this is going to be a
Mhm.
high pressure game,
Yeah. Yes.
and I hope umpires are strong on this one. MCC Miles Phantoms. Okay, the next one is Hitman versus GLCC. Imti, GLCC in good form right now, so
Yeah,
I'll
again, GLCC. Yeah, I'll definitely pick GLCC against Hitman. GLCC in the last game beat Stars, and like even without their full strength team, they were able to convincingly win that game. So, and I'm hoping the full team is back for this game. So I think it's an easy game for GLCC.
Dinesh.
Yeah, this one has to go with GLCC, right? Couple of different points. Hitman, with I mean, in the recent past performances, is one. But the only thing with whatever we discussed in our show versus GLCC versus I believe local boys, right? That
Local
game,
boys,
whatever
yeah.
we discussed. So there's always that factor there for any of the big teams or any team for that matter. It's like you don't want to let your guard down. So that's the biggest thing which we want to convey, but it should be GLCC for this one.
True. See, basically, I'll give out something here. Okay, if Jagan is not in playing 11 or 12, okay, GLCC is coming with good team. So that's something I would like to
So you're not playing this weekend.
So there's a subtle hint. There's a subtle hint.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Okay,
That's
so
why you planned the trip this weekend, didn't you?
oh no, this is something I planned way long back.
Okay.
Okay. Uh, okay, so it's 2-0. Okay,
Yeah.
2-0 GLCC at this time. Okay, the next game is, I mean, this is going to be another good game. So Pool B is a really interesting pool. Okay, we will we will discuss about that one later. But Detroit Bulls versus Stingers. Okay, it's going to be if Stingers win, then it is going to be a dogfight in Pool B. Imti, your thoughts?
yeah, exactly. That was what I was about to mention. Like this game is again another interesting game that will have a lot of factors and a lot of equations change based on the result of this game. I think in Pool B, and I have a keen eye on this. Obviously, being in Pool B, I'm watching out for this game too. Uh, but again, I think Stingers has shown some good performances, chasing some good scores and beating. But have they got in them to beat Detroit Bulls, who are in red hot form? I don't think so. I'm going with Detroit Bulls.
Detroit Bulls. Okay. Dinesh.
Yeah, going with Detroit Bulls for this one too, especially based off of their recent performance. And the only hope is like again, Stingers coming to the T-ball format. I've been advocating from the beginning. It's also like Stingers. They do practice regularly T-ball, so they're so used to this type of format. So it's just one of those things like Detroit Bulls, if their regular people can show up, depending on various other leagues and clashes or whatever, if they can put their regular people, I think Detroit Bulls should have it calling for Bulls this one.
Okay, 2-0 Bulls then. Okay, the next game of the night is Local Boys versus Patriots. Another game where, you know, uh, if Local Boys have to make it to playoffs, they have to win this one. It's as simple as that. Into your thoughts.
Yes, Jagan, again, like local boys after the game against GLCC where they won and they had some surprise there. They have been in the top half of the pool until now, but again, I think these are the games where they need to win and continue that to maintain that position. I think so. If local boys win this one, it will be a great boost for their playoff chances. That being said, I think Patriots will come back strong. They have played all their games with like 50-75% capacity is what I'm thinking. If they have their full team, Patriots should win this one easily is what I think. Patriots.
Patriots should win. Okay. So you're giving it to Patriots then?
Yes, assuming that they have the full strength team for this game. So
okay. Dinesh.
Yeah, I'm going with Patriots for the pure reason that that pool needs to be spiced up a little bit. Patriots down there doesn't make any justice to what they've done in the past. So as MT said, hopefully they've the players in the team have seen it and how they're performing. All of them, the best 11, they can put the best 11 on the field. I think they should be able to take it, but it's going to be a closer one than we think. It's going to be a pretty close contest, right? So, but still going with Patriots just for the sake of it being an interesting season,
Okay. So you're giving it to Local Boys or Patriots?
No, Patriots, yeah.
Patriots. Okay, 2-0 Patriots then. Wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
Local Boys, I
Yeah,
hope
so
they are
that's what.
listening this.
Yeah, no, but that's what my point is. Like they've not won any. Patriots winning one is going to set that pool on fire, right? Not that it's not on fire now. I'm just saying, yeah.
Okay, the next game of the night is SSK versus KRCC. Okay, I don't know whether really DCL community is closely watching this game or not, but DCL committee is going to watch this game very carefully. Okay, DCL committee. Why I'm saying this one is we have come to know that they are purposefully going to start this game around 10 o'clock for whatever reason, but so if they start late, definitely there will be a huge fine on these teams. That's what, at least, you know, I'm giving out in some inside information there. Okay, watch out SSK and KRCC. If you have any friends listening or SSK listening, SSK captain, KRCC captain listening, Mark my words. And anybody listening, please inform them if they are not. Okay. Uh, okay. Imti, your thoughts.
Yeah, Jagan seems to be on fire today, like giving out all the inside information on the public platform here.
Yeah.
So not sure what could be a justified reason for that like, purposeful delay. But again, like keeping that aside, I've seen teams in the past trying to get games done earlier just so that they could accommodate the other leagues or other players for other commitments. But purposefully delaying is kind of surprising to me. Uh, yeah, just putting that aside, again, this is one another game which is interesting just for the fact that SSK is sitting pretty good in a good position, second in the table in Pool B. They won 4 out of the 5 games. Again, KRCC on the other hand started off badly, but then since then they have been on a roll. So both teams with some good wins under their belt coming across each other. But I think if SSK, if we want to call SSK as an improved team, as a very good team, I think this is the game where they have to beat KRCC and prove a point. And that being said, again, KRCC is a too strong a team with their roster. I think SSK will have tough time beating KRCC. So KRCC for me.
Okay, KRCC for you. How about you, Dinesh?
I'm going with KRCC again. The pure reason is like it's been too close, the SSK wins, but still a win is a win, second in the table. So you don't want to take anything away from SSK, but still putting out the challenge and calling this one for KRCC. Same thing what I called for the previous game. KRCC winning is going to set the top off at least on fire for this one. So we'll see. I'm calling it for KRCC.
Okay, if SSK has to win, their leg spin, they have a leg spinner. I forgot his name. His name sounds more very familiar cricketer's name. He's a leg spinner. I forgot his name. But if he clicks, they can win this one easily. Okay, normally KRCC, based on the history, they are very weak against leg spin. Okay, so I'm just giving out a thought there. The next game of the night is Dharia versus Dhairia versus Detroit Titans, and I think Titans should take this one very easily. Imti, your thoughts?
Yeah, definitely Titans for me in this game. Again, like I haven't followed Diarrhea that much this season, but just based on the scorecards and the place they are in the pool, it looks like it would be a Detroit Titans game.
How about you, Dinesh?
Yeah, I'm going with Titans as well. Current form being the base reason, but we always welcome surprises, but have to go with Titans on this
one. Okay, Titans 2-0, and the last game the area played was, I think they came very close to win, but yeah, we have to see. Titans are in very good form right now as we speak. And the next game of the night is Darkhorses versus Thunderballs. It's in a hot weather. If you drink a cool drink, you'll be very happy. That kind of game it is going to be for Thunderbolts against Darkhorses, because Thunderbolts are really struggling this season. Last season they really played well, but this season they are yet to click as a team together. Into your thoughts?
Yeah, again, both the teams still trying to open their account on the points. So one of the teams will open their points in this with this game. So I'm hoping that will be Darkhorses, just trying to back up Darkhorses for their efforts. But again, not taking anything away from Thunderbolts. I think they have the capacity to beat Darkhorses, but just for the fact to support the underdog team, I'm going with Darkhorses this time.
Okay, Dinesh.
I have to go with Thunderbolts, both Ann Arbor teams, and I think me calling Thunderbolts is no surprise. But yeah, there've been just bits and pieces of brilliance, especially from the captain Vinod and Deepak as usual. It's just a matter of time. It's been 4 games. The Dynamites game was closer than. It was a close game, not that it was closer than expected. It was a close game, so I think Thunderbolts should be able to take this one. Going with Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts 2-0. And the SSK player I was talking about, Priyesh Gopinathan, he's a leg spinner, right?
Priyesh, yeah.
Right. If he clicks.
But, that's good. Yeah. No, this is not 2-0. I think Imti called for Darkhorses, right?
No, Thunderbolts, right? Imti, did you call?
No, I called. Yeah, I
Dark
call
Horse.
for Darkhorses.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I'm
one.
sorry.
Yeah,
Uh,
no.
there are some things that they sit in the mind just like that.
Yeah,
So okay, the next game of the night is Gladiators versus SLCC Legends. Legends, though, you know, after forming two teams, it's very natural that both teams they struggle to win, and playing against Gladiators, I'm guessing Legends they have to really work hard and play as a team together, especially their batting end. Your thoughts, Imti?
Yeah, I think I echo that sentiment there with regards to Legends. I think Legends have a good, strong bowling unit, but I think the batting is where I think they are lacking a little bit compared to their last seasons. That being said, again, Gladiators batting heavy team again, so it's Gladiators batsmen versus Legends bowling is what I'm seeing this game as. And then based on the form and how the season has progressed for both the teams, I think I'll pick Gladiators.
Gladiators, okay. Dinesh?
yeah. So Gladiators batting versus Legends bowling. So that might be more of an even contest. Let's hope for an even contest there, right? But the deciding factor is going to be Glads bowling versus Legends batting or on current form. So all of that being said, have to go with Glads for this one.
Okay, Glads 2-0. Before we go to our second game, I just received a message from Dynamites captain Vijay. You know, Vinod became father for second time last weekend, and this game Thunderballs will deliver. That's what he said. And congratulations, Vinod, and good luck to you. Okay, we'll go to our next game, and the next game of the night is Safaris versus Dynamites. Okay, just when I said, just when I received a message from Dynamites captain, and uh, the next game is theirs. Safaris is a good team, but they are not doing well, and Dynamites, you know, suddenly they started blasting. Back-to-back wins. Your thoughts, Imti?
Yeah, before going to the game, congratulations, Vinod. So, congratulations. And then going to this game, I think it is an interesting game for the fact that Safaris has fared better so far. At least, like from a points perspective, they are above Dynamites, right, in the pool. And if Safaris can somehow manage to pull this game, they will have improved their playoff chances, is what I'm thinking. But that being said, Dynamite's red hot form in the last two games, winning. I mean, I think that momentum will carry on, and I hope Dynamites will continue the momentum and win this game. But again, challenging Safaris to win this game and prove me wrong, but I'll go with Dynamites.
You go with Dynamites. Okay, Dinesh.
Yeah, I'm going with Dynamites for this one too.
Okay,
Why?
Dynamites too. Yeah.
Yeah, why? That's what I'm saying. It's like for the pure reason. I think finally they found it. They had a little bit of a late start to the season. They had to warm up different combinations and stuff, and they seem to have figured everything out. Dynamites. On the other side, Safaris is like they've, for what reason I don't know, they've just not shown the form from last season, which is pretty surprising for the team they have. It just happened. So Dynamites might be clicking at the right time. And the other thing is like, yeah, Dynamites winning is going to, the middle of that pool is going to completely open up. Then the rest of it is going to get pretty interesting going with Dynamites.
Okay, Dynamites 2-0. With that, we'll get into our second segment, which is mid-season analysis. Okay, mid-season analysis. Before I get into that one, I just would like to give a little information out here. You know, we have three pools, right? A, B, C. Out of which A and C, um, um, some distinction is there when compared to B. Okay, B is the only team that where every team has a point, at least 1 point. In other groups, A and C, you have two teams. One Motor City in Pool A, Darkhorses in Pool C. They are yet to get a point on their board, and there are three unbeaten teams as of today. Okay, and from Pool A, it is Indus Thunders, and from Pool C, it's Glads and Troy Hawks. Okay, at some point of time between Glads and Troy's, one team has to lose and one team has to win. So at this time, this is what. So based on this one, how do you see Pool B? And I'll start with Imti.
I was hoping you wouldn't ask me first, but again, like those are good observations, Jagan. Again, like from Pool A and Pool C, we have teams that haven't got points yet, but at the same time, they have teams that are unbeaten as well. Whereas if you look at Pool B, every team has at least lost a game, but then also have scored at least 1 point. So it's an interesting mix and interesting proceedings, I would say. And the another fact or another thing that I observed was like within Pool B there seems to be close competition in the middle tier of the pool of the standings. Whereas in Pool A and Pool C, there is some kind of distinction between the top tier teams and the lower tier teams as they are ranked as of today from a points perspective. So there seems to be a close fight, and one or two results, surprising results within Pool B will change a lot of equations, is what I'm thinking at this point. So Group B seems to be like the group where a lot of things depend on other games, where two teams will be watching other games more closely to evaluate their chances and proceed forward. So
Yeah, at least when I see Group A, Group B, I mean Pool A, Pool C, and we can at least predict out of these six teams, yes, these are five, they can go.
right.
And whereas in Group Pool B, it's very difficult to predict.
Yeah, I think
Uh,
Pool B is still wide open, and at least the top 8, 9 teams that are ranked as of today still have everybody has a chance of making it to the playoffs, and it is wide open at this point. Again, we are still talking about 6, 7 games for each team to go, and that's a lot of games for a lot of equations to change. Is what I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah, yeah. Dinesh,
Yeah, that's
in
what I'm looking. But Pool B, among a lot of different things, is like GLCC is on 25 points, right? So we look at the others, like Glads is on 25. That's the only other team which is on 25 points. That's from Pool C, right? Group C.
but
So
GLCC played 6 games. Glads played only 5 games.
yeah, right.
Yeah,
So yeah, as of now, but that's what I'm saying. It's like GLCC, that one loss is definitely going to hurt, but it is that sort of a group. I think Pool B is pretty interesting. I don't know. From the beginning, I always thought that Group C was the group of death, right? Who wants to be in Group C? So that's what they lived up to the expectation. At least the top teams they lived up to the expectations. What was on paper is what they've done. But again, Dynamites and Thunderballs, if they can show better, like what Phantoms can. So that's going to be, we'll have to see how that pans out. But I think it's going to be the last two spots for the playoffs from Group C is going to be difficult. Same, I think, as Inti said, Group E, that middle, we'll have to see how that pans out between KRCC, Bulls, and Stars. And even Stingers for that matter, how that pans out is going to be pretty interesting. For now, I think the most interesting pool seems to be Pool B.
yeah. And see, I'll ask an interesting question here. Which which team in which pool disappointed you? I mean, we'll go by pool. So I'll start with Pool A. Imti, looking at Pool A, which team
Mhm.
disappointed you most?
Uh, like, to be honest, in Group A, I was trying to do some analysis prior to the show and see if I could pick one team from each pool that kind of did not live to the expectation. I won't say disappointed, but did not live up to the expectation,
Yeah,
preseason
true. Yeah,
expectations. Uh, I really couldn't see a team that really performed below expectation in Pool A is what I'm thinking. Other than the fact that, again, based on the points tally right now, MI Rangers is at the very bottom, like the second bottom. But again, they only played 3 games, so I do not want to call it call MI Rangers for that fact. hopefully they will win their upcoming games and make it up in the points table. So other than that, for that fact, I don't see any team disappointing. Maybe another thing that just that comes to my mind is FCC Agni. They had some good additions this season, and I thought they would be performing, faring better than what they are doing at this point. So they only won one game out of the four games. So maybe that might qualify as below expectation. FCC
Below
Agni.
expectations. Okay, okay. How about you, Dinesh?
Canton 11, for it's one of those teams like you want them to do well, and they've got the talent to do well, whatever is happening. I don't know if it's the team camaraderie where DCL, a few players come back for DCL and play together. So that's the disappointing factor for me. I think they're a far better team than what the points and the table indicates. They can definitely do better. Hari Pallavas and I think Adarsh, right? Adarsh and the rest of the gang. I think Javbai is the only one who's been doing consistently well. I've seen better days with the Canton 11. Hopefully, there's a comeback there.
Okay, so you both picked two teams that I have in my mind. One is FCC Agni, the other one is Canton 11. Canton 11, I had high expectations on that team, and FCC Agni with the new edition, I thought you know they'll have some impact. Like you said, MI Rangers, though they played 3 games, losing 2 is a bit disappointing. But I hope they'll do better um, in the coming weekends, because they still have to play 7, 8 games technically.
Right.
Okay, and in the same pool, I mean, we'll go to pool B next. In the same pool, um, uh, uh, which team surprised you, Imti? You know,
Uh,
they performed beyond your expectations. Which team is that?
yeah. Again, I wouldn't. Okay, maybe let me put it this way. Not one team, but I think I'm at least like kind of surprised, or not surprised, but like above expectations, preseason expectation. I think both FCC and Hawks for me. Just for the fact that FCC from last season, if you look at their last season, they had a very bad season, right? Not up to the mark with the players that they had. But I think this season, I think they are showing some brilliance, and showing the capacity, or how much they can perform, right? And then Hawks being a new team, I think has impressed me. The couple of the 2 wins that they had were really good. And then the other 3 games that they lost also were like very close games, and few things here and there could have got them the wins. But just for the fact that they're a new team, I think they're doing very well until this point.
True, true. Even I did not expect FCC to do that well. 4-1, and also beating one of the top teams like United Raptors. I think they have done wonderfully well. And being a new team, first year team, Hawks is definitely impressed me in the sense they played beyond my expectations. Dinesh, your thoughts?
Hawks, for me too. They've done exceedingly well. It's one of those things, right? I mean, FCC eventually, whatever, there should be some amount of management from over the years and all of that with the experience. Hawks is definitely for me the surprise element there.
Okay, let's quickly move to Group B. Okay, most disappointed team, Imti. I mean, a team that did not, played to your expectations.
Yeah, again, you don't even have to ask this question. I would right away say Stars. Again, you could say it's a personal evaluation as well, but yeah, Stars again, owing to the preseason hype or expectation, I think has not performed up to the par. So
Okay,
yeah,
Dinesh, your thoughts? Yeah, please add. Sorry.
no, I was just saying I don't know what else to say. It's just like the results are not showing. So Stars, you would expect at least like four wins out of the 5 games, if 1 or 2 games here and there. But yeah, just 2 wins out of the 5 games is below par, is what I think. So
True, I agree on that. And Dinesh, your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Patriots for this one. I know it's like number of games between Stars and Patriots. I think between Stars and Patriots, pretty close call for me. Just going with Patriots. I think that's what I said. Number of games is I mean, they've played fewer games, but still, Patriots. I think the way they've lost is pretty surprising for me. So hopefully they have to come back. Stars, I know that they will, with the past experience, they will come back. But for me, Patriots.
Okay. So for me, definitely Stars and KRCC also. I was thinking that Stars and KRCC, one of these two teams are going to dominate Group B because I know about GLCC. If you look at losing to local boys,
Mm-hmm.
to giving a point away to Guardians, I
Yeah,
didn't expect them to beat any big teams. Frankly, okay, like
yeah.
Stars or KRCC, but the way GLCC played, they played well. There's no doubt about that one, but they surprised me. Okay, and Stars and KRCC. I was thinking one of these two teams will be at the top by mid-season or by end of season. Okay, and for me from Group B, KRCC and Stars are the contenders for the trophy. But I'm a bit disappointed with both these teams. But yeah, I mean, luckily these two are in Group B, and you know, it's all in your hands from going forward for the both the teams. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
and yeah, which team disappointed you, Imti?
Uh, yeah,
we just talked about the below par, right? So I think
yeah, the
Yeah,
other one
which impressed.
above expectation. Yeah.
Yeah. So in Group B, again, just
sorry, yeah, my
Yeah,
bad.
yeah, yeah.
Above
Yeah, no
yeah,
problem.
no
expectations.
worries.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, just based on the points, we would definitely think it would be SSK, but for me, I think it is Detroit Bulls. Just for the fact that SSK, even though they have had 4 games, even last season we have seen how good they have played. Last season was also a very good season for SSK, where they were improving as a team every game by game. And I think this season the results are showing for them, SSK. But just for the fact that they haven't beaten uh, higher seeded team. Again, they have beaten Stars, definitely yes. But I would like to see them beat some more teams convincingly, and then make a point like I was making talking while predictions, right? Uh, I would pick Detroit Bulls above SSK. Because I think Detroit Bulls this season, I somehow see that there is some inspired leadership from Mahesh, and I'm seeing that show up in the results and the performance of the team. Uh, Somehow, even though they're coming against with their backs against the wall, but somehow they're still coming out of those situations and winning games, which is very good to see. Detroit Bulls is a very seasoned team. They have some seasoned players, and I think finally the results are going their way. And I think compared to last season, I think Detroit Bulls is placed very well at mid-season, and they have very good chance of making playoff this season. So Detroit Bulls.
Yeah, I agree. Detroit Bulls are really playing as a unit right now. They are performing with the bat, with the ball whenever required. They're especially you talked about Mahesh. He's delivering when required. Dinesh, your thoughts?
I'm gonna go with the SSK. Detroit Bulls is like, didn't we call Detroit Bulls against SSK, right? So, that being said, I'm still going to go with SSK. It's like on paper between Detroit Bulls and SSK, I think SSK are living up to the expectations, but somehow I thought it's going to be tough. Did play against them last season. I thought it would be difficult this season for them, but for me personally, SSK have fared beyond my expectations. This is a very personal opinion.
For me, local boys beyond my expectations. They are first timers, so and
Right. Yeah.
they
Yeah.
are playing a yeah, yeah, they qualify.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But anyhow, Pool B, the actual drama starts now. Okay,
True.
so that's what at least I feel. I don't know
Yeah.
how you guys feel. The
Oh,
actual drama
definitely.
So,
starts in the second half. That's what I feel.
so,
Okay,
so, like the famous dialogue goes, "Picture abhi baki hai." So that is
picture
all
exactly
the
picture
masala
abhi
begins
baki.
in the second half. Yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah, hopefully Pool B lives up to that expectation and we get some good games. And like we have been mentioning and talking about Pool B, yeah, it's going to get very interesting, is what I'm thinking. So all the best to all the teams in Pool B.
yep. The next one is Pool C. Pool C. Okay. So,
This
Imti,
Yeah, again, this one is a little bit tricky. I have a couple of teams in mind. Again, just owing to the performances and the tags that they carry, right? Preseason, we were expecting, again, based on the prior seasons, Legends was one contender to be in the top two or three in the table. They are currently at seventh position, and
yeah,
then
seventh position.
Dynamites is another Dynamites is another team which, after that brilliant season last year, somehow did not start well. And luckily, in the last two games, they have got those wins and somehow stabilized their season. So, but at least until this point, I think I'm more disappointed in Dynamites than Legends. Because Legends, again, we had some kind of expectation because of the teams splitting into two teams. So we kind of expected there might be some struggle there to keep up with the expectation. On the other hand, Dynamites, after that brilliant last season, I think they should have started off well and should be in the top half of the pool standings, is what I think. So Dynamites.
True, true. I
But
agree on
hopefully
that.
they have started winning, so hopefully they continue that momentum and get into the top half. So
Yeah, Dinesh, your thoughts.
Oh, Legends for me. With with whatever has happened, I think I have a lot of respect for Satish, right? So I'm still thinking they will definitely bounce back, but Legends is like we know where they are number 7 team there. I don't think so, right? So probably for me, along with Legends, if I had 1A, 1B, I would go with Safaris. I was expecting more from Safaris, but Legends is a yeah, they have to bounce back. There's no to go. So Legends.
So Legends have a good unit, good bowling unit. Normally, I look at like this.
Uh-huh.
Whichever team has good bowling units, you know, they will come out of any mess. That's what I feel personally. And Legends have very good bowling attack. Only thing is they have to fix their batting. It is that's what I feel. Okay.
so
Okay.
so just to add to that, Jagan, so there is a common belief in the cricketing community that uh, good batting teams win games, but then good bowling teams are contenders for the tournament, like long running and like where
Yes.
Yep.
they are top, right? But every time I think about the statement, and then somehow Glads prove me wrong every time. So I'm very careful when I say that statement. So because again, like it's a known fact, Gladiators is a batting heavy team comparing to their batting unit, their bowling is a little weak, and their bowling compared to other teams is also uh, not 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 up to that level of the other teams, right? Like if you look at Legends and if you look at KRCC, for that fact, if you GLCC also has some good bowling, and Thunders, Raptors, all these teams have some good bowling units, right? So that
See,
statement
normally,
somehow I hesitate to, yeah.
normally what happens if you have very good bowling unit, you'll have a confidence of winning low scoring games. Okay, you'll have that confidence. Okay.
Yes.
Uh, for any good team, good bowling unit, you give 80, they'll fight it out. Whether they win or they don't, I don't care. But they'll fight it out. They'll make sure that you know their presence is there, and they'll scare you out if you have very good bowling unit. If you have heavy batting unit, yes, just imagine in any panic situation, that team will collapse. Okay,
Yeah.
only that's exactly where I like bowling units.
Yeah. No,
That's
the
my.
other thing is, yes, go ahead.
Yeah, Dinesh, go ahead.
Yeah, no, the other thing is like even when batting is like DCL, we can play old style DCL, right? It's like batting knows that the bowling can cover for them even if they have a lower, the strike rates are lower and they can get to a decent enough total. So that gives a lot of confidence even if you're batting first that the bowling can give you that. So you can play with a little bit of freedom either way, slow side or on the higher side. So that's what bowling unit. That's a safer bet than the batting unit is what I feel too. So yeah, with you on that one, Jagan bro.
Okay, the next part. Okay, which team impressed you in Group C? Imti.
Uh, I think for this one, again, like this one, I will be neutral on this one. Again, I'm seeing most of the teams in the top half that were expected to play well. I think NCC Miles kind of qualifies for that category here, just for the fact that they start their first game. I think they lost, if I'm not wrong. Then they bounced back, so that is good signs for the team. Uh, Again, MCC Minds also is a very experienced team, I would say, with the players that they have in their mix, and they uh, they somehow always kind of qualify to the playoffs, but then somehow fizzle down after that, right? Fizzle down after that. So hopefully this time they gain that momentum halfway through the season. They're in a good spot, carry on that momentum, and go forward. More than previous seasons. Hopefully, that's what I'm expecting.
Yeah, definitely they are playing much better than last year. That's what my observation is. Dinesh, your thoughts?
I'm going to pick Phantoms. So pure reason why, right? I'm reading the names. I've gone through the list again, probably 3 times by the time MT gave his analysis for this one. So Phantoms, why? It's all big names, right? From last season, it's like I don't think anybody would have imagined Phantoms being there. That's credit to Rajesh especially and the rest of the team as well. No captain without the team. But I think for the pure fact that what Rajesh has come on the show a couple of times here and spoken and the kind of reviews and the ratings Phantoms got last year, it is not easy for someone like Rajesh to come back. And that to come back with this sort of a team is like kudos to him. And they represent what the DCL community wants to see. It's like, yeah, all big names, that, but the tide has to change, up and down, and a newer team should perform better. So that way, I'm just going to give it to Phantoms in view of Rajesh.
Okay, good. So you're not impressed with Phantoms?
No, I am. We are talking about the team which has impressed us, right?
Impressed you? Okay,
Yeah,
okay. In
that's
my
impressed.
opinion, I think I don't know why you guys ignored Titans there. They lost 3 games and they started winning again, and
So,
they won another 3. So
yeah.
uh,
So
I
this
thought,
entire, for me, that's what I meant. It's like from day one when I looked at how the pools were stacked, I'm like, oh boy, it's like, why didn't the committee literally handpick and move a couple of teams around is what I thought with pools. See, all big names, at least on paper from last season and experience and all of that. So Phantoms and Darkhorses were the only standout teams which people thought were, maybe easy points or whatever. So Phantom from game one did perform well, and yeah, they might last couple games might not have gone too well, but I think they still have it to surprise teams if they don't give their best. Is what I'm thinking about Phantoms. That's why I picked Phantoms there.
okay. But anyways,
Yeah,
the only
Jagan,
group
to
that
add
is
to
at.
what,
Sorry, go ahead, Imti.
sorry to interrupt. Yeah, so I just wanted to mention about Detroit Titans, right? So again, Titans, this preseason, right? Even though it is a new team, we knew that it had the players that could win games, right? So even though they started off badly, but preseason the expectation was Detroit Titans was one of the teams that was contending for playoffs from Group C. So,
Yeah.
but that fact, they have impressed, yes, but again, like they were expected to win games. So that's why on the other side, I picked MCC Miles just because, like looking at the previous seasons and preseason, MCC Miles was in that middle tier, and somehow I think they're playing good cricket compared to last seasons, and that is showing as well. So that's the only reason.
Yeah. So for me, combined, right, Imtiaz, like MCC Miles along with the Detroit Bulls, right? I think I sort of see them on the same scale, right? Younger teams trying to make the mark, and they did well in the past. At least individuals from these two teams have done well in the past and all of that. So for me, it's like overall, I think MCC Miles and Detroit Bulls are the stars in the making for the future.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But anyways, at this time, the group that is giving what DCL, the entertainment that is required, or that is uh, league in need, is Group B. That's providing much required drama to the league.
Yes.
Okay, and
yes, Jagan, I agree to that. But then again, looking at Pool C, Pool C is not far behind too. If you look at Dynamites is placed at number 9 right now.
Yeah, true.
We know that Dynamites has the capacity to be in the top half of the pool, right? So there is drama in Pool C also, is what I'm thinking. But maybe some of the teams there might fizzle down. But again, Pool C also is very closely being contested, is what I think.
Yeah.
No, see, when I say drama, what happens is the psychology works like this. For any outsider who is looking at the game, okay, if there is a game, GLCC versus another team, and a weak side team, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
Everybody wants that weak side to win, no matter what happens. Okay, so if you look at that one, if there are more teams in Pool B that are providing entertainment. For example sake, see, SSK makes a lot of people happy because they're at number 2. And look at Detroit Bulls. They're at 4 and they're playing well. They're making happy. And KRCC, Stars, they're struggling. So, that makes a lot of people very happy. Okay.
No.
Local boys.
I know one person who is very happy at this moment, but yeah.
Oh, no.
So, maybe he's going to say my name.
Yeah, the way you're talking about it, I just thought of it. Yeah.
No.
See, so that's a natural psychology,
No,
once,
fair enough.
Yeah. See, any big team, when they are losing, entire league will be happy. Mark my words. Okay.
No.
So
No, very true.
Yeah.
What you said about Ford last week and what you're saying about all of these big teams is like, no, that's very true. That's the bigger reason is like, the KRCC and Stars being at 5 and 7 is no easy. See, the other thing, so I think Pool C top 3 we are, or even top 4 for that matter, and definitely looks like the top 3 might definitely make it to the playoffs in Pool C, right? And if you look at Pool A, same thing, top 3 will definitely make it, probably even top 4 in Pool A. So Pool B, I think there is still, other than GLCC, and even with what comments we are hearing from Jagan bro about GLCC and how things have been, so there's really no clear table topper or top 3 or top 4 picks, even though I think Bulls might definitely make it along with the GLCC. It's just a tough call there, is how I'm seeing it. That's part of, I have to go with
Yeah, exactly. Nothing is guaranteed in Pool B at this time.
Yeah.
I can say that one.
Yeah. So
okay. Anybody can make it to the top 5, and I'm sure this is my guess, the 16th team is also going to be from Pool B, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Okay, with that, we will conclude tonight's show, unless you guys want to add something here, and I'll start with Imti.
Yeah, again, I think the season, the DCL season is an interesting juncture at this point. We're calling it mid-season. Yes, most of the teams have to still play half of their games, and now is the time when things get interesting with the pool, and the teams have been playing for 4 or 5 games, uh, almost figuring out the combinations that they have and how they can make things work within the team. And so whatever early jitters they had, that should have been all gone. So hopefully the real contest starts from now, and the teams really pick up the momentum going forward, pushing towards the playoffs. So all the best to all the teams playing this week. Again, as always, please pay attention with the hot weathers, and please take care of yourselves and have fun while playing cricket. So all the best to all the teams. And thanks, Jagan and Dinesh. It was a wonderful show today.
Nice discussion. Okay, Dinesh.
Yeah, first and foremost, today's show was relaxed. I think we needed a show like this for us to revamp and get more energy for the remainder of the season, right? So it was
Yeah.
cool and calm. We didn't have to rush through anything. We spoke our minds today. Not that we don't. It was like very laid back. Loved it. Thanks, Imti and Jagan bro. Um, yeah, to the teams. So this is how I'm seeing DCL. DCL, everybody does take DCL seriously. They know it's like they put a lower team or a couple of players missing here and there for various other reasons. They get beat. So the first half, they're trying to see who and what. A couple stars here is good enough, is what teams think, and people are playing all over. It's summertime. That's what people do. All cricket enthusiasts, they want to go play all around whatever opportunity they can get, how many other games per weekend. But mid-season, I think everybody know where they are at, and probably in the other leagues as well, they know where they are at, and people start to prioritize after this break. Everybody start to prioritize. From now on, it is game on for sure. So I'm expecting more hard-fought games, and good luck to people, all the players.
Yeah, as you guys said, the actual drama starts now, and good luck to all the teams.